back. We're here with Marcus from Kindlewood Apparel in Toledo, Ohio. Marcus, thanks for coming on today, man.
Thank you, man. Gratitude. Appreciate it.
Yes, I'm very excited. We actually met at Tiffany's grand opening, so shout out to Tiffany Spalding and Stacy.
Yeah.
So they've been amazing as well. But we'll get right into it. Can you kind of talk about why you decided to start your clothing brand?
Yeah, man. It really started with man, thinking back to being a kid and being taught to value the things that I had. Um, didn't have much. So like when we found quality, it was like, all right, we gotta hold on to this. Right. Um, and so I took that into adulthood and I always looked for the best. Now not necessarily like super expensive, name brand things, but uh, more so what I thought was quality. And naturally, that took me down this path of, and I think it'll happen with a lot of us. The more you dig into it, the more you start to understand fabrics, you start to understand GSM. You're gonna run into the fact that what we wear directly impacts our health. Like, there's no way to get around it, and that's exactly what happened to me. And I couldn't not do anything about it. I didn't know what to do, but really just started walking through doors, man, pushing buttons, see what happens. And somehow I ended up here. And so the whole idea is just to be that change, man, and make this stuff readily accessible. Be honest, be transparent from the beginning about the processes, about the sourcing, about the materials, about the chemicals, about everything, and just trying to do it the right way. And so that's really it, man. It sounds cliche, but it's like you think like, okay, I just want to give back to my community, and I want to give them these things that they may not have access to, or access to in the immediate area. So that's pretty much it.
Can you really talk about what was that moment where you really looked at your clothes and you were like, oh my gosh, look at all the plastics that's in them. Look how toxic it is for me. Can you kind of talk about like when that moment was when you realized your clothes were actually toxic and the things you were wearing were not healthy?
Yeah, man. It actually came when I was at work. I don't like to talk about this a lot, and I don't lead with it, so we won't stick with it. But I'm a fireman full time, and people know there's a constant struggle that we have with cancer, getting cancer, occupational cancer, carcinogens, things that we're exposed to, and so that's always at the forefront of my mind as far as my lifestyle and the things that I eat and just not smoking, just things, daily habits. And it wasn't until I had my daughter that I started thinking about clothes, our clothing. And I'm looking at the uniforms that we're wearing and things. And I'm like, this is insane. Knowing what I know, I'm like, we're still wearing this stuff. So I can't change that, but I can change what I wear at home. And I can change what I put on my family and my daughter. So that was it, man. I don't remember a specific day or time, but that was the thought process, I think, behind it. Yeah.
And when people are looking at their clothes, because I think this is a very new topic for a lot of people. I think a lot of people don't aren't even aware. Like this type of clothes,
Yeah.
this is not the healthiest. And I don't think people are even questioning that at all. So what are some things that people should be looking for on the tags when they're deciding if this piece of clothing is healthy or not?
Yeah, I think it's just looking past the advertising. Honestly, that's where they get you. Look past the advertising and just ask questions. I've always been that kid. That's why I said I was walking through doors, I'm pushing buttons. Like, I just want to know why. Like, I don't know if you remember that show How It's Made on Discovery that used to come on back in the day, man. So that show changed my life. And I always want to know how stuff is made. And I'm always asking why and why this and why that. And so you have to look past that. They say it's organic. They say it's 100% this or 80/20 that. But if you look at the tag from the inside, the tag that comes from the manufacturer, the person that made it, it'll tell you what's actually on there. Um, as far as things that you want to stay away from, polyester, definitely stay away from polyester, it being a plastic. You want to stay away from rayon as well. Any elastic, things like that. But yeah, definitely just be not curious. What's the word? The opposite of trusting. Skeptical, I guess,
Yeah.
and question everything. And then that's what I encourage people to do with me as well. Like check the tags, look at everything, and don't just take people for their word.
So people should be looking at for like cotton. They should be looking for linen.
Hmm.
Is there any other type of material that is actually a good alternative to all those plastic alternatives that you mentioned?
Yeah, definitely. Hemp is another good one that's I think making a comeback. It was huge, like '70s, I believe, like really big around that time. But it's definitely making a comeback, and there are a lot of brands that are still out there. I'm finding more so like on the West Coast, I think, um, that have like all hemp clothing.
Yeah.
And I just think it's the coolest thing. But there are cotton and hemp blends also that I'm looking at even bringing into the Kindlewood shop. That's a great sustainable fabric, I guess, material. And what else? Hemp, bamboo is questionable.
Okay.
I keep hearing mixed things about that. I'm personally okay with it, but there's this idea about the way that it's broken down that people don't like, and but it's just a matter of personal preference. So I would say it's better than polyester.
Yeah.
But if you can find something that's bamboo or mixed with bamboo, I think that'd be acceptable. What about wool? Wool. Oh, I forgot about wool. So it's hot outside. I'm not thinking about wool, man. It's funny because I have these really nice wool beanies that man, they're the warmest, most comfortable beanies I've ever felt in my life. 100% merino wool beanies, and just all this stuff is taking off with the brand and the business. Like right when the weather's getting warm. And I'm like, well, beanies will wait till the cooler weather, but yeah, wool is a great one as well. So for sure.
And what are some differences you personally experience wearing your clothes and starting to switch over to the 100% cotton, to the linen clothing? What are some differences you really notice switching to a healthy alternative?
Um, I think honestly, I've personally noticed a faster recovery time for me, and because I try to stay in shape, and I'm pretty active, right? And so I'm conscious of like how long it takes me to recover from certain workouts and my nutrition and things like that. And I was having some health issues where I was like, okay, some things are being affected. Hormones are being affected. Your mood is being affected. Your energy is being affected. Um, and again, I made the connection, and I'm like, all right, let me start changing these things as well, and I'm starting to learn how these synthetic materials stop your body from healing, and or they hinder or slow down that healing process. And to me it makes sense. I mean, if it's not breathing, your skin's not breathing, it's not able to move the way that it should. And it's like if you had some common sense, but I guess I didn't have common sense for a while. And it's but now I'm learning, and I'm just trying to educate people on those things because I'm experiencing it. I feel better. I feel more confident because I'm making better decisions for myself. Being an adult, being responsible. So yeah, that's it.
I think a lot of people don't even question it because they're like, oh, it's healthy or there's no negativity to it. It's not hurting my body. So I definitely think just getting people to start to question of like, what are you wearing for your bra? What are you wearing for your
Yeah,
boxers? What are you wearing for your socks? Like
yeah,
all these little things, as you mentioned, have a huge effect on our health. Then you start to add in the food and the shampoo, and it's like
yeah.
you look at it, you are just covering your body in plastic the entire day, and then you get in your
All day.
bed and you're wearing you have blankets plastic, you
Yeah.
have sheets that are plastic.
You're
You're
working out and you're sweating, opening your pores. You're taking all that
exactly
in. You're taking
yes.
all it in. And what did you say? They say it's not going into my body. Is that what did you say that?
No,
No, I
no.
thought you said that. Anyway, because I made that post. I made a post yesterday explaining that because I heard that. Like, it's not going into my body, so I don't think about it. But it is still going into your body, and that's something we don't realize. Our skin being an organ, it's
Yeah.
taking in everything. You know what I mean? You
The
got to be
biggest
careful.
organ.
The biggest organ.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. You know. So
And as you're starting your clothing brand and trying to grow it, what are some of the pain points or the struggles that you overcome being a new business?
yeah, I think initially it was, and this is a common thing. I think is the support, struggling to find my people in the beginning. Um, we all know this isn't like a popular thing, a popular subject, and but I've always been okay with that, you know, going against the grain a little bit and just doing things that I want to do because I want to do it. And so, but it was a little discouraging, I think, you know, not getting support from people that you would think you'd get support from, or you know, that desire to be understood. Like, no, this is good for you, right? But I almost gave up, and then I met Stacy and Tiffany, and like I said, things just snowballed from there. Just the being connected with people, with you, and just people in the community who value the same things that I do, and who want to see me succeed. You know, has been amazing. So that would probably be the biggest thing in the beginning, was just like not having that community around you that thinks this is just as important as you do, you know. But other than that, man, it's just normal, you know, entrepreneur stuff, headaches, you know. But that's it. That's it.
I It's very interesting because as you get into business, you think all your people are going to support you, and you get in, and you get like one like on your post,
Yeah,
and you're
man.
like, "Where's all my support?" Like,
That's
and then my favorite is when everyone's like, "Oh, I support you in person,"
in person.
and then
Yeah,
they're not buying your clothes, they're not supporting you
yeah.
on social media, they're not sending you introductions. So
It's crazy,
it's a
man.
very, I think that's probably the number one struggle entrepreneurs have, is like everyone's saying they support you, and then no one actually showing it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why I just take it at face value, man. Like, yeah, you say it, but it's okay. I appreciate you saying that. You know, I'm assuming you mean well, but I believe it when I see it. You know, and
Exactly.
just my experience and everyone's experience too. And I don't know why it is that way, but it's strangers and people you don't know that support you the most. You know, the first people I had buying from my website are people that I never met before. You know, people I met through social media. You know, one of my guys. Lives in Delaware. He's been my friend on Instagram for like 10 years. I never met the dude in my life, you know, but he was one of the first people, you
Yeah.
know. And so it's things like that, man. I don't understand it. How you can just see somebody's, and you just keep going, you know. That's all right though. I show love. I give love. I show it to everybody, you know, especially people in my space. Like, and if you don't give it back, you can't say it's because I didn't do it, you know.
Absolutely. If you could have dinner with two people,
Ooh,
one person from the past and one person from the present, who would it be and why?
I've always seen these questions on podcasts, man. And I always have my answer until now. Okay, one person from the past would be, mm, man, oh my goodness, probably be my grandfather. I would say it'd be my grandfather. Yeah. Um, and then
Why? Why?
why? I just need advice right now. That's just it, man. I just need advice, and yeah, that man knew me better than anybody. You know, the conversations we would have. Uh, I could just use that, you know, not just from anybody, but from him for sure. So, yeah. And then the next one was
Present?
the present.
Yes.
LaRussell.
Okay.
Do you know LaRussell?
No, I do not.
You should get familiar. If people are not familiar with who LaRussell is, I will look him up. But if you're an entrepreneur, especially, I think he's a great resource, and I think he's an artist, and but he's a great resource, man, and encouraging. And yeah, if I could have dinner with him, man, the same thing. Just pick his brain would be awesome. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it.
We got to make that happen.
Oh man, what? I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. We're speaking into existence, you
Yes,
know.
sir.
Yeah, well, that'd be dope. Yeah, you
Absolutely.
the one, you know everybody, man. You make it
I have one,
happen.
one more question for you. Why did you decide to start offering discounts to us?
Why? Oh man, listen, discounts are. I don't know. It's a way I think to make things I think more accessible. Not just more accessible. I don't really think it's more. I think it's more about the connections that it makes, right? So me being on this platform also puts my brand in touch with other brands, you know, and that's the thing that I've been seeing. It hasn't even been that long, and I've been getting messages and text messages and people wanting to help with things, and you know, and so I'm like, of course, not only would I offer something to benefit the customers, but the benefits that I'm seeing out of it have been incredible, you know. So I'm still learning about everything that you guys do, but
Yeah.
from what I've seen and what I've heard, it's been awesome, man. So you know, keep it up.
Thank you for the kind
Yeah,
words, and
for
we
sure.
we are very excited to have you on board. I know my co-founder Brian from New Jersey. He
What's up,
saw your
Brian from New
post.
Jersey?
Yes, Brian from New Jersey is awesome. Love Brian. He saw your post. He was like, "Dude, do you see what Marcus is doing with
Oh
his
wow.
clothes?" He's like, "Dude, it's awesome."
Oh man.
So there are
Oh
people
man,
watching
Brian
from.
from New Jersey, my
Yes,
God, man.
yes, my
You gotta
co-founder.
text me, man. Tell Brian
Yes,
text me.
thank you for the kind words as
Yeah, for
well.
sure, man.
Those are the questions I have for you.
Okay.
How can people find you, and what is one thing you want to leave people with?
Yeah. You can find me if you go to kindlewoodapparel.com. Um, you can shop there. There's an online shop there at the very bottom of the page. You'll see a sign up link. You can put your phone number in there. I'll text you, let you know where I'll be, pop ups, events. There is no storefront. So I get that question a lot. Where are you located? That's a big one. But I'm located everywhere. You know, I'm everywhere. I'm the kind of guy I'll pull up to your house, and if I, you know, if I've got a T-shirt for, I'll give it. You know, I'm that guy. But really, like, legitimately though, like I'll be in different shops. I have some apparel in Top Me Off Refill shop in White House. If you wanted to see things in person, especially some of the T-shirts, you can get a feel for those. But yeah, I'm everywhere. That's how you can get in touch with me. And one thing I would like to leave them with: just be kind to people, man. Like that's it. Just be kind, man. I'm very simple. I'm very cliche, but just be kind, man. That's it.
Marcus,
Yeah.
thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
for sure, brother. Thank you so much.